Giornata and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to test out this new Huda Tantour product. So I'm going to take you guys with me after putting this on, and I'm going to go to the gym and see what happens. Because in general, bronzers on me, I have used plenty of cream products, powder products, any products to try to wear to the gym where I don't feel like, you know, every time I wear bronzer, I get the lines down my face. They definitely are not sweat-proof. This one claims to be sweat-proof and waterproof. So I'm really hoping that this works out for me because that is why I bought this product. And I figured I would show you guys how I get this look. Very, very simple. Believe me, it's not complicated. No foundation look, and this is generally what I wear on a daily basis to go to work or to go to the gym. I try not to do a full face because, you know, I'd end up putting my hands all over. It's a mess. So let's go ahead and try this out. I got the shade medium. We will see what I think and how it goes. Wish me some luck, guys. Okay, wish me luck. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's hop into this. Okay, so in general, on a daily basis, some days I'll go in with a primer. Some days I'll just do a moisturizer. It just depends on what I have in front of me, obviously. So we're gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown face base. These are the days though I don't do something that's like super, like, I've been really into glowy primers. I don't necessarily want a glowy primer when I'm gonna sweat like a lot, which recently, trying to get my weight down, I sweat every day. So I just want to go in with something nice and moisturizing, but something to where makeup is still going to stick to. Okay, so we're going to start off with concealer. This is the Bendy Avocado Concealer. I have the shade 3. I wonder if they've increased the shade range since then. But this is kind of closer to my skin tone. I still, like I keep saying, feel like it oxidized and it's a little bit deeper than what it was. But I try not to do the whole like concealer everywhere type thing. I just want the tiniest bit of coverage. Okay, just taking my sponge. It is clean, so I don't want to hear nothing, okay? But yeah, the shades, they are darker than what you would expect, but I did blend them on the hand and they blend well. So the only thing is I feel like I could have definitely gone with the lighter shade up, which I think there's like fair and then there's something between. And I could have gone with that shade, but it reminded me so much of the contour sticks I already have. Like the second shade was closer to like Hula, the Quickie contour stick, and just a lot of other contour products I had. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper because it is supposed to be like a bronze and a contour. And I definitely feel like that with a medium shade, where the other ones looked more of contour shade, where this one still had that orangey like tint to it. So that is why I decided to go with that. But if it's too deep, we will see. I kind of just pounce whatever is left over, like on my nose. I don't want my nose to be crazy, just because it does break apart on there. So that is kind of all I'll do for makeup. Not all I'll do for makeup. That's a lie. Next, I usually take this Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Retoucher Concealer. I don't like this underneath the eyes. It just doesn't give me any coverage. But it is a great, like, zit cover up. So it twists up. I've had this for quite a while now. And I will literally just use it on places where it's, like maybe I'll dab just the tiniest bit around the redness of my nose. You guys can see I kind of have little tiny red friends, enemies, life ruiners. And I'll just kind of dab that over. Woo! And I'll take my sponge. But yeah, that is why I like that concealer. It's literally the only concealer I use to like cover up little areas. I also go to work with no makeup on at all. It all depends on what time you are. If you are before 8 a.m. client, no makeup is happening. My late night clients get to see me in a full face of makeup and they think I'm really talented. Or at least decent at makeup, whereas my morning ones, believe me, they would never think I wear makeup because I'm just not about that life. So I'm just going to dab wherever the red dots are and just push it into the skin rather than trying to swipe it. But I'm okay with the tiniest bit of product. I don't need my face to be flawless. I just want to feel a little bit more confident. That's it. You know, that's all it is. So that is really all I do for my base. And then let's go in with this product. I will go to the gym in full face of makeup, but generally this is all I'll do because, like I said, once I put a bronzer on, even if it blends okay without foundation, it gets those streaks down my face as soon as I'm done with cardio because I sweat. Like, believe me, I am not the cute Instagram girl. No, no. And I cannot get this box open to save my life. Yeah. Okay. So when I do go to the gym and I have a full face of makeup on, I don't mind it, but I notice myself wanting to constantly like swipe it with a towel. I don't like sweat to like sit on my face, so yeah, it's totally up to you. You do whatever you want. One thing I will say about the packaging, I wish it was just a flip top lid. I don't love that you have to do this. For powder, I get it, but for this, I'm like, I don't love that. And then it has this little tan and tone sticker on it, which I think you need to keep the product wet. But in general, it's nice packaging. I just prefer products like this to be in a stick form rather than in a pan. Just personal preference. Like, I will generally go in with a foundation stick if I'm using a cream, like contour bronzer product. Alright, so I'm going to take this little brush here. I did not buy the brush because I never really buy brushes that come with things. I don't know why. I just don't see the point. I'm going to go in pretty light, and I'm going to take it kind of a little bit above my cheekbones, not necessarily in the socket. I just feel like with products like this, it just looks a little bit better if it's raised. We can always add more, but I'm scared. And I'm going to do a little bit on the chin. And I'm going to leave my nose blank. You guys can already tell, I think it's just the way my nose is shaped, but it already kind of has a natural, like, almost like a natural contour on my nose. Like, I literally get comments all the time about how my nose contour should be better, and I'm like, this is just my nose and the freckles and the way it's shaped. And my nose is pretty skinny. I don't love it from the side, but from the front, I'm like, this is what I was dealt with. You know, what do you want me to say? All right, let's go ahead and start blending this. I'm still gonna just use this tiny brush. But let me know, what are your favorite products to wear to the gym? Man, my crazy eyebrows are they're going all wiry everywhere. And like, keep in mind, I sweat a lot because I feel like that's the difference. I feel like a lot of girls don't sweat that much. And I didn't sweat that much when I was just lifting, but cardio definitely brings it out of me, like in a bad way. I'm just gonna kind of go in circular motions. But with a light hand, this is definitely not too deep for my skin tone. We're definitely going to go in with more though. Because part of the problem with contour products, I find this with the Hula Quickie Stick and the KKW. Let's actually take a beauty blender. The product is gone. Like, it almost blends completely away. And I hate that. It drives me crazy. And I'm like, well, why did I spend time putting you on? I will never repurchase either one of those, just so you know. They're not awful, but they're not my favorite by any means. I feel like a lot of those products are like supposed to be universal, and I'm at the point where I don't believe in universal bronzer anymore. Like, I just got the Natasha Denona new palette, and we will see, but I don't think that's going to be like for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see how that's possible. I'm actually just going to blend this in with the beauty blender. I think it would be fine. But it's starting to give my cheeks some color. Like, thing is, I don't want my face to be so flat. Like, I feel like sometimes when I just do concealer, I still feel better about it, but I would like some warmth. I definitely don't really do blush because my face turns red. So, if you are wondering why I'm not going to do blush, that is why. I pretty much am like the type of person that, like, when I'm doing cardio, I'm just like, look away. It's not pretty. Alright. I don't think that's bad at all. We could try the tiniest bit more on the forehead as I'm getting this all over my hair. But yeah, let me know if you guys have picked these up and what you think. I think obviously with normal face of makeup it's going to be fine, but like I said, I literally wanted this for this reason because I definitely don't cream contour all the time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little bit under the lip for false advertising. As if I have a full pouty lip. I have a client that does fillers, and I'm always like I ask her questions about it, but I'm still too, it's not even I'm too scared to get them done. I'm just cheap. I'm like, I can overline. I don't want to pay this much money for these. And then also like the whole fact of like, it's great because you're not sitting there with anything permanently done. Yeah, this little brush, I don't know what I was thinking, but because I don't use a lot of creams, I don't have a lot of brushes that I love with cream products. And I also didn't want to find any. So that's the truth of the matter. So excited for this weekend. I'm just happy it's the weekend in general. But Game of Thrones is coming to an end. And no, I was not happy about the last episode. Nick totally called it, and I was just hoping he was going to be wrong. I was just like, no. Alrighty. So I feel like that did a good job. I don't feel like it's too dark by any means. It's definitely dark in the pan, but on my face, it still gave me a really nice warmth. I would say this definitely more to me resembles a bronzer than a contour shade, but the other ones seem more like contour shades, if that makes sense. Just the medium shade I felt like was a little bit more of the bronzer shade. Rude. Oh, I've also tried the Milk makeup stick. You guys know I love Milk makeup, but I definitely feel like I'm on the rare side of that where I don't really like the formula of it. I just don't like it. What I'm also going to do, I'm going to take this on this brush and just give my eyes the tiniest bit. Just kind of zhuzh. But generally I will do a brown in the crease, whatever bronzer transition shade I do, if I do bronzer, and I just want it to look put together. I don't necessarily need it to be crazy. So now for highlights, I'm going to go in. Doesn't really matter what highlight I use, as far as like they don't tend to look bad once I'm done working out, so I don't mind whatever highlight shade I'm in the mood for. Today, I think I'm going to go in with this one, and this is Snow Angel by Kylie. It was for Christmas. I don't know if they redid it in any of the newer formulas. I don't think so, though. But yeah, what do you guys think is going to happen in Game of Thrones? How is it going to end? How is it going to end? I'm upset. My husband's been like, you've been in a mood, and I'm like, I'm going to blame it on that. That's how I feel about it. Alright, for lips, same kind of thing. I change up my lip color every day, multiple times a day. Man. So I was wondering why I haven't used this pencil. It's the contour pencil from Pat McGrath. It's because I need to sharpen it. And I used to think it was amazing that the sharpeners came with her boxes, but they're awful. They're awful little sharpeners that don't work on anything, just so you know. So I'm going to go in with this one from Morphe because it's in front of my face. And it is in the shade Chippy. I also need to get caught up on The Bachelor, but I don't love who they picked, so I have not been interested in watching, to be completely honest. So let me know if you guys have started and if it's good. Alrighty. So this is the shade 501 Jazz Den from Shiseido. I love this pink very much. Alright, I might go in with a gloss, who knows? I might go crazy. So the only last thing I will do is I will set my face with a quick powder. I don't really notice a difference in terms of if it actually helps anything, but I will set it just to see. And just because I love these big fluffy brushes. So I'm using the Fenty powder, and I'm just going to go over it. So I don't need to go over a lot since I didn't set my face with foundation or anything, but just a little bit. I don't find a lot of creasing on concealer, so I don't really need to go in with that much powder. I mean, there are some hit and miss products, you know? But for the most part, that is it. And I have waterproof mascara in my car. I love the Laura Mercier waterproof mascaras. Those are usually what I will go for. But yes, I do go for waterproof because obviously, like I said, I think the worst thing is to have mascara running down your face. But I think any of the lash primers you would like to use, those actually help kind of make it waterproof. They're hard to get off, same with waterproof mascara, but to be honest, once I use like a Milk Makeup one or even the L'Oreal like lash primer, it still makes my lashes look really nice, but it almost transforms it into a waterproof formula. So that is good to know. I think there's something lately that I've been using that's getting in my eyes and driving me crazy. But yeah, overall, I like this shade. Look at this hair. I'm not going to fix it right now because I'm going to the gym. But I feel put together. I still feel really pretty, very natural. I don't feel like my face has too much product on it, so I'm not going to, I just don't want to worry about it while I'm working out. So, and also I feel like it's weird to go into a gym with a full face of makeup when I'm working with clients. Maybe it's just because I work with all men. But this is kind of my put together go-to. I will just add mascara to it. I'm going to do check-ins and let you guys know how it's looking, how it's sweating, all that good stuff. See if there's lines running down and I look like a melted popsicle. So, until I check in, we'll see. Okay, I realized I did not zoom you guys in so you could really see. You can see it blended out nicely. Obviously, my skin is my skin. I don't have a foundation base over it, so it does obviously going to, you know, it's gripping onto like the little zits that I have. Not awful. I don't think it looks patchy, but my skin just isn't an even skin tone in general. So obviously it's not going to help with that situation, but it still did a really nice job bronzing. Now we just have to see how it wears. Woo! Okay, this is actually a good sweat day. Not like an awful sweat day, but it's more excited to cut it short because I have to go to work. But it's really not bad. Like, I don't notice like the normal lines. Like, everything that was there before. Like, yeah, it doesn't look great right here, but that's because of my skin and just clinging on to those zitty areas. But you guys can see, I mean, I still have a lot of sweat going on, but there's no like streakiness, which is usually what happens in these areas. So do I love it from the side? On its own, not so much, but I really like it from the front. Like, I feel nice and bronzed and like put together, whereas like usually I just have concealer on, so I just feel, I don't know, like I still just feel a little bit better with a little something, you know? So I feel bad. I have to go to work. I'm sweating and I'm disgusting, but at least I don't really have to like be around people, so no one has to smell me. So I'm still gonna do one more check-in in a few hours. I sweat a lot on my shift, so I will check in a few. But yeah, not the best from the side, but from the front I really like it, and really I care more about this angle than the side angle. So be back to be determined. Okay, super weird to like shoot in the bathroom, but we have people on our way to their house, so I needed to hurry up and do this final check-in. So now it's been on for about 8 hours. I have discoloration in my face. That's obviously nothing to do with the product. So just know that. I still really like the way it looks from the front. From the side, I wouldn't say it's 100% waterproof. Obviously it just doesn't look the best now that I'm looking at it in light, just on top of like my face and my skin. It kind of makes my skin look a little bit worse than it is. From the front though, I really don't mind it. I would actually probably use this again. I'm not gonna give it like the 100% it's waterproof because it's not happening. I would like to, like, you guys can kind of see, I mean, it's not as bad as every other bronzer. I would say that this is like a very high improvement. I do want to try it on top of foundation and see how that works. And maybe just having a better base to sit on, you know what I mean? But if you're like me and you wear, you know, bronzer and everything without foundation on, it's needs a little bit of help. But I still enjoy the product and I'm excited to like use it more and see what else I can do. So I will definitely update you guys more and more on it once I use it. I mean, yeah. Also, it's been a day. It's been a day. Like, I work out in the sun, so just keep that in mind. Most people will probably be okay. So that is it for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna give it like a to be continued. So honestly, I'm gonna say like a 7 out of 10 and maybe a 6 out of 10. I don't know, we'll give it a 7 because I still like it face forward. It still gives me some sun. My forehead looks great, but this part, not so much. So I will do a review on this on top foundation next time I do it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.